Hey friends, it's Sweet Melissa. EP is outside fixing something in the car. Today is Friday, August 20th, 2021, and we are just leaving Pictured Rock in Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And we are headed to Traverse City in Michigan. Pictured Rock here was just, beautiful. EP told me that I was going to love this place, and he was absolutely right. It's this really beautiful area. The beaches are beautiful. The water is like Caribbean color. It's just so amazing to see these different colored waters all over the United States that look like Caribbean water. It's really cool. So anyhow, we're headed to Traverse City, which is going to be probably one of the biggest cities we've been in for a while at least. Seattle was a big city, but this city has Target. I'm really excited to go to Target. I love Target, and I miss it. Anyhow, we're slowly inching our way back to Pennsylvania. Soon we'll have a dog. Oh, EP said it's fixed.
Back in business.
Oh, right. What was the problem we had, EP?
The electric plug on the brakes for the car fell apart.
Right, so one of these days I'll get Eric to explain some of the mechanical stuff that happens with the car and the Go-Go Opie. It's pretty interesting, I think. So onward we go to our next stop in Traverse City. It sounds like an interesting place with a lot of things to do, and there's wineries. Yay! The town we stayed at here at Pictured Rocks was called Christmas. It was a tiny little town, but it had a lot of things going on. Lots of restaurants and tours and all kinds of stuff. We noticed these places everywhere we were going here in the Upper Peninsula that were called, what we thought were called pasties. And we were like, what are pasties? I kept saying pastries, but Eric said, no, it's pasties. And then we were like, both found out it's, how do they say it? Pasties. And they're little, like, meat pies, basically. And there's an interesting story that goes behind them. I do forget if it was Irish or German people that had settled here in this area, are like hand pies. And they have potatoes, carrots, rutabaga, some root vegetables, and then either chicken or beef. And then the vegetarian ones had cauliflower and broccoli. Two of Eric's favorite vegetables. The women of the family would make these in the morning for their husbands. And they were small enough that they would fit in their pocket of their either jacket or their overalls. And it would keep them warm. And then at lunch, they were able to eat them with one hand. And they were still kept warm. These were for the coal miners, of this area. So they became a very popular thing, and there's little shops everywhere that sell these. They have fruit ones too, which we had an apple one. And it was basically like an apple dumpling. It has a really nice crust on it. So they were good. They kind of reminded me of hog maw, if you've ever had hog maw. I had a chicken one, and I was like, this tastes like hog maw. These had no gravy in them. They were not like chicken pot pies at all. They were like hog maw. And if you know what hog maw is a Pennsylvania Dutch disgusting meal. I just kid. Hog maw is sausage. I don't know if there's any hamburger in that. I don't think so. Carrots, celery, potatoes. potatoes, onions. It's stuffed into a pig stomach and cooked. And then you slice it. And some people eat the skin and some people don't. This is not a thing that I make in my household, much to Eric's chagrin. But I bet if EP asked my mom to make it, she would make it in a split second for him. She'll do anything. So anyhow, they had these shops up here, and they're called pasties. And we got 3 frozen ones to take home to our parents to share with them, and they each got an apple one too. But they made them; they're all frozen, so that's really nice. And then they have directions how to make them. So anyhow, this town was an interesting town, and we're getting ready to go through it. So I'm gonna flip the phone around here and show you where we're going. And let's go for a ride and see what we see. There's a lot of construction going on through this town. We weren't sure if they were repaving it or if they were widening it or what they were doing. And EP just told me we're not really going to go through the town. We're going to go through straight across, not through the town. So I think there's a little bit of town maybe that we will go through. We'll see here. Yeah, it was really nice and warm here. We got to go swimming in Lake Superior. Actually, couldn't believe that we were swimming. It was cold, believe me. That water.
It was delightful.
But it was delightful. It wasn't super hot, but it was just nice. And along the shoreline, we were at this place called Sandy Point Beach. And along the shoreline, the water was semi-warm. It wasn't as freezing. You'd walk way out on this sandbar, and there's the most patriotic house ever. Walk way out on this sandbar, and then eventually way out there, the water got cold. It was interesting because it had this like really big sandbar, and then it had a point, a sand point. Someone had said to us that it was not there before. We were talking to this lady that was there with her kids, and she said, oh, they've been here before, and the sandbar was not there before. But anyhow, you had to kind of swim a little bit to get to the sandbar, and then once we got out over there, we got attacked by flies. So I ran around like an idiot trying to swat these flies off me and not get bit by them because they were horse flies. They were big. This is kind of the town. It's not a big town, but this is one of the side streets, EP is saying. But there's a lot of little restaurants there. Red building is a brewery, and we went there twice. It was a nice place. One end is a deli and the other end is by George Brewing, and it was pretty delicious. Good beer. Thumbs up, EP said. So what was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, so yeah, the black flies. We didn't really have any problem like at the campsite.
That's why we came late in summer.
Yeah, and that is why we came here late in summer, because we heard that they're really bad in the summer, but they tend to fade out in August. And it is August 20th. I cannot believe how quick this month is flying by, which means this trip is flying by. So anyhow, we got out there on that island, and the black flies were like buzz, but there were like 5 buzzing all around me. And I was like, oh my god, I was swirling my arms and trying to flop in the water. I'm sure the people on the beach were getting a good laugh out of my antics out there from trying not to get bit by any of the black flies. But last night EP and I went out there for sunset, and it was beautiful. It was not a big, spectacular sunset, but it was still a beautiful sunset, because they all are, right? All of them are beautiful in their own way. We were sitting there for a little while, and the flies started flying all around, and then we looked up, and there was like all these bugs just hanging in the air, just waiting for that sun to go down to attack us. But it was beautiful here, and I would definitely come back to this area for sure. There was a lot of hiking, there was a lot of biking. EP was happy to get out mountain biking quite a few times, and there was swimming or beach walking, and it was just a really beautiful area. So I would highly recommend this area. What about you, EP? Yes? Yep, he's saying it was fun. So we have a long drive today, about 5 hours. Should be pretty easy, but we're going, what'd you say, Peach? We're going south.
South and then west again.
Going southwest. South?
And then
No.
going southeast and then over Mackinac.
We're going over the Mackinac Bridge and down through Michigan. And this stop and the following stop here in Michigan. Then we're headed to see our dearest spirit child, Sarah. And her sweet little monk, her little girl. So we're just so excited to see them.
So okay, here on the left is Huron, Lake Huron. The only time you're going to see it in this whole trip.
Lake Huron.
Over here is Lake Michigan.
And the two combine
Two meet here.
underneath this bridge in a lover's embrace.
And I think all the ships come through here that are heading over to Lake Superior.
How do they fit under here?
Let's see this. It's the only way. I have to look at a map and see. Unless they go across Superior and avoid this, I'm not sure how it's all connected.
This just doesn't look very high for
Yeah, it's a big ship.
big ships. While we were here at Sleeping Bear Dunes, we went on the Pierce Stocking Scenic Drive, and it was really beautiful. EP decided he was going to go do the dune climb, and I decided I was going to time him to see how fast he could do it. Thanks for watching today, friends. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hope to see you again next time. Have a great day. Bye.